Live from Table Tennis America in Fremont, California, this is the MLTT Championship Countdown. A new table tennis titan will be crowned this weekend. Will the Chicago wind blow us away? Or will the Princeton complete their revolution and win the coveted MLTT Cup? Will the Portland Paddlers end their historic season with a championship? Or will the Carolina Gold Rush defend their title? Stick around, because the MLTT Championship Countdown begins now. Welcome, everyone, to MLTT Championship Weekend live from Fremont, California. I'm your host, Tiana Cohen, and I'm joined by Table Tennis TV insider Luke Scacchi, and we are here to break down Championship Weekend from every angle.
That's right, Tiana. And if you want to see the action live, then subscribe to Table Tennis TV. The league's 4 best teams are competing throughout the entire weekend, but tomorrow's championship match will only be made available to subscribers. And if that match goes how we think it's going to go, you're not going to want to miss it.
Speaking of action, you're not going to want to miss. Coming up here at the top of the hour is going to be our first semifinal match of Championship Weekend. And that, of course, is going to be the Princeton Revolution going up against the Portland Paddlers. Now, the Portland Paddlers have had a historic season so far. They are the #1 seed on the West, and they have a very impressive 16-2 record. But before we get into this match, Luke, what are some things that stand out to you about what Portland is missing?
You know, Tiana, I think you nailed it. Like, what stands out most about Portland is who didn't make the trip to Fremont. You know, they'll be without Kang Dong-soo, Hampus Nordberg, Min Hyuk Kim, and Min Hyung Ji for Championship Weekend. That's most of their roster not here, and that means that free agent pickups Carlos Hernandez and Daryl Sao are going to need to play a massive role in order to get the best regular season in Paddlers history across the finish line.
This will be the Portland Paddlers' first playoff appearance in 3 MLTT seasons, so they are going to have to make the most of it. You know, but across the table, they're going to square off against a Princeton opponent that is no stranger to postseason success. The Revolution made it all the way to the championship match 2 seasons ago, where they still have some of their veteran players. But let's talk about the newcomers to Princeton Revolution. That, of course, is Season 2 edition Benedict Ola and their Season 3 top draft pick Cho Sung-min. Luke, what are you thinking about Coach Matthias Habason's weekend roster here? How are the Revolution going to find success?
You know, I think a large part of it is going to be about how well Benedict Ola plays, especially given that he has been their anchor in singles 4 throughout most of the season. But throughout most of this year, Princeton has lived and breathed through Cho Sung-min, who finished the season as the league's #1 player on its official power rankings list. And I mean, let's just run through the stats real fast. 69% singles percentage, 62% golden game percentage, and a league-leading 67% in doubles. It's no wonder why he finished as the runner-up in voting for men's MVP this season. And if the Princeton Revolution want to bring a trophy back, Sungmin Cho is going to have a huge part in that.
Well, the Princeton Revolution definitely have their work cut out for them. You know, they clinched the playoffs in the final game, the final match of the regular season. But it's going to take more than that. You know, Luke, I think that we have some exciting stuff coming up. So stay where you are, because right after this, we're going to be joined by Commissioner Flint Lane and talk more about MLTT Championship Weekend.
That world apart.
Whatever your game, you'll find it at BetOnline. Trusted for over 25 years by millions worldwide. With the largest selection of sports and props in the industry, the latest and hottest casino games, live Vegas-style dealers, and our exclusive VIP program with millions in cash paid out every month. No rollovers and no restrictions. It's all right at your fingertips. BetOnline, the game starts here.
MLTT Championship Countdown continues, and we are joined now by the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who started it all. It is Flint Lane. Flint, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us here as we kick off Championship Weekend. You know, I just want to know, from your perspective, what do you think has changed the most since Season 1?
Oh my goodness, there's so many things that have changed. I would say probably the biggest thing is the global awareness of Major League Table Tennis. You know, if you look at this venue, it's going to be packed all weekend. There are going to be people tuning in from all over the globe. You know, everybody in table tennis knows about this. The sporting public is starting to know about this. So I would say Season 1, it was like, how do we get people to even know what's going on? Now everybody knows what's going on about Major League Table Tennis. It's very exciting.
And the league can't know everything about what's going on unless there are some important innovations that need to be made. So Flint, of the many changes that MLTT has made to either the rulebook or to its own league, what has been the one that you're most proud of?
Wow, that's a good one. You know, I think the challenge with any predominantly individual sport is how do you make it more team-oriented? And if you look at things like tennis, they've struggled a little bit with Davis Cup, but if you look at golf, Ryder Cup is wildly popular. So I think the proudest thing that I have is that we've come up with a team format that really works. The teams are super into it. The players are wildly emotional when they win, wildly emotional when they lose, and it shows you that it's working.
You know, Flint, speaking of just proud innovations, you're kind of, like I said, you're the man who started all of this. So you have a lot of different hats that you wear. As commissioner specifically, is there a moment that brings you a lot of joy that you've really contributed to the sport of table tennis?
Listen, I get way too much credit for what's going on at Major League Table Tennis. You know, there are 50 people here across our wider team that are making this happen. And yes, I'm the one who started it. There is always somebody who has to start it.
Right.
I'm proud that everybody has come together and is able to pull off a wonderful weekend like this. And yeah, I have a small part in that, but there's so many people who have contributed to that, including you two.
You know, it's a wonderful weekend, of course, and this is just the latest of many weekends going forward. And after this weekend is done, what's next for Season 4?
Oh, so we've already started planning season 4 and the different things that we're going to try to roll out. You know, right now they're still in the planning stages, and we're going to keep it that way for now. We are going to stick with 10 teams for season 4. We'll probably expand to 12 for season 5. We don't have any major rule changes. You know, we rolled out open serve doubles this year, and that's been a wild hit. But we'll make some tweaks, but we think the formula is working. We want more of everything. We want more fans. We want more merchandise sales. We want more concession sales. We want more awareness. We want a better, you know, and a more expansive TV deal. So there's lots we'll be working on this summer to grow Major League Table Tennis.
Well, I think I can speak for both of us and everyone watching that we can't wait to see what happens with MLTT for season 4. Flint, thank you so much for your time. We will be right back with more MLTT Championship Countdown.
Thanks, guys.
Player warm-ups have officially begun as we are just 15 minutes away from the start of our first semifinal match of the weekend. Don't forget, you can catch all 4 matches this weekend by subscribing to tabletennis.tv, including tomorrow's championship match. So be sure to subscribe and follow along with this competition all weekend long. But as this countdown is continuing, we are now joined by New Zealand national champion and current MLTT commentator, Matt Hetherington. Matt, thank you so much for joining us here at the championship countdown.
No problem. Great to be here, obviously.
Now, Matt, you've been watching MLTT since season 1, and that was the last time the Princeton Revolution found themselves in this position. And I want to know from you, what are some of the key differences between this current Revolution team and the team that made it to the final match 2 seasons ago?
Well, I think unlike a lot of the other teams, I think the Princeton Revolution have been very sentimental about their players. So I think they've kept a core of players from season 1 and kind of had a very tight-knit team. I would say they made the playoff in a similar dramatic fashion that they did in season 1, probably more so in Lawrenceville. But the caliber of their team is great. They have Cho Sung-min now, who's just delivering points every time he gets on the table. They got Ola for a bargain in the draft. So, you know, pretty top-heavy on their team. So, yeah.
Matt, I would really love to get your perspective on this. We've already kind of talked about how the Portland Paddlers are missing some of their key players this weekend. How do you think that's going to affect how they go into this first semifinal?
Obviously difficult. Hampus Nordberg was really getting into his stride. That they went 16-2 across the season, which is an unbelievably good record. Kang Dong-so is not here either, and then Kim as well. So it's going to be a tough hurdle for them to climb. But I think they put so much effort into getting to this stage that they just have to figure things out and put their best foot forward. They have 2 free agents with Carlos Hernandez and Daryl Sao. So it's all about the combinations and the orders and just getting out there, putting everything on the line.
You know, there are a lot of good players on both sides, as you've mentioned. So I want to know, who do you think is going to be the MVP of this match?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to call an MVP before the match has happened because it's Major League, so, you know, anyone can step up in the moment. But I think 2 of the key players, one on each team, would be Benedict Ola. I think him stepping up last time in Lawrenceville was the Ola that we're used to seeing. Really strong performances, really loud, very confident. And then you kind of have that energy matched on the other side with someone like Nikhil Kumar, who's going to be in the doubles and 1 singles. So, you know, he's on double duty. He has an opportunity to land more points for the team than the other players. So, yeah, I think Nikhil's one player that stands out among the US players. A lot of them are in the teams and they get out there and they play their matches, but Nikhil's very involved in everything. He's loud on the bench, giving lots of advice, talking a lot about tactics in the training hall. So I think he's a key part of that team, especially now.
Well, Matt, thank you so much for joining us here on the MLTT Championship Countdown. You know, you can catch Matt Hetherington and the full MLTT broadcast team, Evan Lepler, Hall of Famer Sean O'Neill, and of course, Table Tennis TV insider Luke Scotchy by subscribing to tabletennis.tv, where you can catch all 4 matches this weekend. Don't forget to subscribe. You don't want to miss tomorrow's championship match. We will be back here after this semifinal before the second one to break down what's coming up later tonight between the Carolina Gold Rush and the Chicago Wind. For Luke Scotchy, Commissioner Flint Lane, Matt Hetherington, and the full MLTT family, I'm Tiana Cohen. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the table.
That world apart.
Whatever your game, you'll find it at BetOnline. Trusted for over 25 years by millions worldwide. With the largest selection of sports and props in the industry, the latest and hottest casino games, live Vegas-style dealers, and our exclusive VIP program with millions in cash paid out every month. No rollovers and no restrictions. It's all right at your fingertips. BetOnline, the game starts here.
The first semifinal match of Championship Weekend. Remember, from this point on, every team that wins goes on to the championship. And there can only be one winner. I'm so excited to have you here, so please help me get loud and welcome our first team to the court. Please give it up for the Portland Paddlers. Here they come. The Portland Paddlers are coached by Christian Lilyrose. He's followed out by Jens Lundqvist, Sweden, Katomi Yamada, Japan, Nikhil Kumar, USA, Sid Naresh, USA, Carlos Hernandez, Cuba, and Daryl Sao, USA. Give it up one more time for the Portland Paddlers. And now it's time to meet their competitors. Make some noise for the Princeton Revolution. The Princeton Revolution are coached by Matthias Havison. He's followed out by Cho Sung Min, South Korea, Shensu Chen, Chinese Taipei, Jinshin Wang, USA, Benedict Olaf, Finland, Koyo Kanamitsu, Japan, and John Chang Guo, USA. Give it up one more time for the Princeton Revolution. All right, players, this is it. Shake hands and let the semifinals begin. Once again, everybody, welcome, welcome to Major League Table Tennis. This is our first semifinal match of 2 here today in Fremont.
A journey that began in September culminates back in the Bay Area here this weekend. Season 3 of MLTT reaches the finish line here in Fremont. And the first semifinal features the Princeton Revolution and the Portland Paddlers. The Paddlers, the best regular season in MLTT history. They won 16 of their 18 matches. They've won 10 straight, but they are shorthanded here in the semis. The Princeton Revolution were as close to elimination as any team that has ever made a semifinal has been, but they have found a way. Winner of this match advances to tomorrow afternoon's title bout against the winner of our second semi. Later today, we'll see the Carolina Gold Rush and the Chicago Win. And with that, we welcome you to our broadcast position. It is so great to be alongside Matt Hetherington and Sean O'Neill. I'm Evan Lepler. Gentlemen, this is a fascinating match because you got a Revolution team that was so close to not making the Final Four, yet here they are. And a lot of people think they're the favorite because Portland's missing so much of its firepower.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how these match up. I looked at all the matches, and I can't get past the first one, number 1 versus number 5 in the power rankings.
I mean, I think Princeton are looking good. I mean, 2 free agents for Portland. I know Sean is going to be very much in the Portland corner because that's his home turf, but I think Princeton have got to be pretty happy to just squeeze by to get into the final, and now to have this semifinal in front of them. There's a golden opportunity for them here.
There has been a lot of talk about the 2 free agents. To be clear, only one of the free agents really matters because one of them's on the bench and is inactive. That's Daryl Sao. Carlos Hernandez will be in the hot seat, but it's also a lot of pressure for Benedict Ola in the third singles match. Princeton's expecting him to win that match handily. We know in MLTT, when you're expecting something, often a different result transpires. But we begin with Jens Lundqvist, who's had a marvelous season, but he is being thrown into the deepest end of the pool that you can be in against the number 1 player in the power ratings. Sungmin Cho has been an intermittent star when he's been available. He's been very, very good, and we'll see how Jens fares. We are so thrilled to be with you from Table Tennis America in Fremont. Semifinal number 1 is underway.
You know, Evan, with Jens, he's the oldest player in the league, most experience. He's used to playing big matches, so I don't think that the fact that he is going against the number 1 player in the power rankings is going to scare him very much.
No, I mean, he's the guy on the team that probably has the best chance of stepping up.
0-2.
And he's had a fantastic season. 17-7 in the 24 singles games he played across 8 singles matches.
Yeah, he gave Evan a little wake-up call in Lawrenceville.
I did say in Jersey a few weeks ago, I was done doubting Jens.
Oh, beautiful forehand by Jens, and we're going to see a lot of that. He tends to play an older style, very similar how I enjoyed the sport about 30 years ago, where his forehand is his main weapon, whereas he likes to serve and step around, against Cho Sung-min, who plays a more modern game with very strong play on both forehand and backhand.
We had a really good conversation with Jens after one of the matches in Lawrenceville, where I asked him whether he felt that things were coming full circle and whether the sport was coming back to having some advantage for that style of play, where there's more variance and there's more breaking and rhythm, and whether he felt that he was coming more comfortable.
Reminder of the competition format, which is a little bit different at Championship Weekend. Still have the 4 singles matches, all 3 games to 11, each worth 1 point. You got the 1 doubles match, 3 games to 11, each worth 1 point.
1-6.
Typically in the regular season, even if you have an 11-4 lead through the 15 available points at the end of regulation, you can only take that 5-point maximum lead into the Golden Game. But in Championship Weekend, it all comes down to who wins the Golden Game. What a start for Jens Lundqvist. He's taken 7 of the first 8 points against Cho Sung-min.
It is going to be very difficult to start against Lundqvist because he really either is finishing the point or playing very soft and short, not giving Cho much to work with. Oh, beautiful forehand there by the Swede.
He's the second oldest player in the league. The oldest was the MVP, Robert Gardosh. We'll see him later today with a Chicago win. I know age is just a number, but some of the veterans like Gardosh and Jens and Lachine for Bay Area had really fantastic seasons. Two straight for Cho Sung-min. What has he failed to do so far that you want to see him implement here?
You know, I think he really needs to open up the point, play more offense, maybe flip the serve return, just get going. When it's short and tight, that really favors Lundqvist because he has such a big forehand.
Indecision here on the return. Third ball, looked to step around, went with the backhand, missed it.
Yeah, I think Cho Sung-min's definitely playing more reactively in this first game than taking the initiative. Jens has been very much on the front foot with how he's playing.
Again, Lundqvist's counter-attack, especially playing against a left-handed player, look for him to play as many shots out to the forehand when possible and then quickly go back to the backhand side.
First of 7 game points for Jens Lundqvist in game 1.
5-10.
The Paddlers have had players come and go throughout the season repeatedly. The guys that are available have stepped up.
11-5.
And Lundqvist gets a little help from the net and takes the opening game of this first semifinal. The Portland Paddlers have not lost a match since October 25th. They're the underdogs today, but they've got the 1-0 lead behind their veteran Swede.
Here at MLTT, we can have the golden point anytime we're tied at 10-10. And coming up soon, I'm going to tell you about the golden point showdown, which will be going on.
Revolution to serve.
Jens Lundqvist getting things started for the Portland Paddlers. The 46-year-old.
One, zero. One.
1 point all here to start game 2.
I didn't have durable on my list of superpowers for Jens.
And that's the shot that Chosun Min needs to. He needs to open up, especially on the short balls. Even if it's a soft opening, he cannot not allow Jens just to pick and choose when he's going to deliver a strong forehand.
2-2.
So look, the Paddlers have won their last 10 matches. They have been the dominant team in the league. Princeton barely made it here. And yet, because Hampus Nordberg, Kong Dong-so, and Min Hyuk Kim are out, we're thinking Princeton's the favorite. Is that a flawed premise?
No, I don't think it's a flawed premise. It's, you know, when 3 of the top players on the team are not here, that's the kind of premise you would expect to go with.
Did you rethink the premise after the result of the first game?
No. The premise is they're not here, so that's whatever happens in the first game doesn't change the fact that they're not here. It's not out of the possibility that Portland will win this. I think I would be impressed. I would be impressed if Portland win.
3-4.
But, you know, if every player on the team does their part and is playing well, it certainly helps them that they won the first game of the match.
I mean, Jens is just hitting the targets one by one. And Evan, just going back to your point, I think the amount of pressure, had they had their top dogs, they would have been felt like everyone's targeting them. I think it's taken off some of the pressure to where they can go in thinking, you know, let's just go play our best. Let's not worry about what's happening on paper. And right now, Jens, everything is just flowing perfectly. Look at that, inside out, no problem up with his step around.
And a guy wearing green for the first time, Carlos Hernandez, amongst the cheerleaders on the bench. Great energy from the Paddlers sideline. And a timeout taken by Princeton here. With Lundqvist leading 5-4. Matthias Habasson, the coach of the Revolution, is mic'd up.
Okay, Simin, but now it's much better. Just if you open up with the banana, you be ready with hand ups. But if you push, but if you push deep, you push to backhand. Okay, maybe he step around, but only cross them. That's it. And your service also very good. Downspin, deep forehand. Then he must go far, and then you have open table. Okay? Yeah. Just focus, relax, just play.
Right over here. Scan the QR code, it will follow this match, and it will begin before the 4:30 match. So once again, sign up for bragging rights at the Golden Point Showdown.
Yeah, come on.
Entering the penultimate day of the regular season, this Princeton Revolution team had lost 7 of its previous 8 matches.
4-5.
And the night before, they had lost to Portland. But they won their last 2 matches. Remember, they needed 35 points in the final weekend. They got 38. The last 3 they needed came in the final golden game that Florida almost stole from them. But Koyo Kanemitsu was the hero of the golden sweep to get them here. Where they get the shorthanded Paddlers team and Chosun Min. Again, when he's been available, he has been very, very solid in his first year. The 4th pick in the Season 3 MLTT draft. But an ace there, swing and a miss on the return, and Lundqvist leads 7-5.
Definitely liked Matthias's advice for Chosun Min just to push out long. I think when he was playing short, Jens is so good at coming in and making a forehand flick and then countering early on the next ball. Just better play along, and Cho Sung-min's counter against those first openings is usually pretty strong.
6-7.
7-all.
7-7.
Jens is going to need to use his serve to his advantage and get some offense going. He's played a little more passive the last 2 points.
And Cho Sung-min takes the lead here in game 2. We have not seen him lose games very often. Coming into championship weekend, his last 13 games played in singles, he's won 12 of them.
That's just amazing.
Won his last 4 matches. But a miss there, and it's 8 apiece.
8-8.
Even though the format is different for everyone, Jens is treating this like a singles final. He knows that each and every point, especially for the paddlers being shorthanded, it's an absolute must and critical point to get some more points on the board. Ouch.
What a serve.
Ouch.
What a serve. Could not have come at a better time.
9-8.
I think Jens thought maybe a little topspin, but not a heavy.
Two great serves for Cho Sung-min to set up a trio of game points to try to even this semifinal up at 1 point apiece. Can Jens hold serve and get a golden point?
Perfect half long.
Yeah, nice serve and follow. He was smiling before because he had the early lead, and that timeout by Coach Matthias really changed the momentum.
A miss from Lundqvist, and a rubber game coming up here in the opening singles match. Cho Sung-min responds and takes game 2 11-9. One more race to 11 for Jens and Cho as the paddlers and Revolution battle here in Fremont.
That is some classy stuff. Cho Sung-min.
One game all. Jens Lundqvist and Cho Sung-min back to the table for game 3.
0-0.
Where do each of you lean heading into this third game?
I think momentum is over on Princeton, just at how the game finished.
0.
But these games are so short that if Jens can hold both of these serves and maybe split, Portland could get it back.
Matt?
Yeah, I think Cho got a little bit of momentum in the right direction after the timeout. I think he's got a little bit more confidence in his attacking game. And putting the emphasis on these big counterattacks. There's Paul Drenkel, former England international. He's going to be the new coach of the Texas Smash there with the Texas team owner. Great to have him here this weekend.
2-2.
Let serve.
That was a net ball. 2-1.
Definitely be interesting to see how Drenkel approaches the draft, the upcoming draft for season 4.
Less than 2 weeks away. The Atlanta Blazers won the lottery. Got the first pick for the second straight year. And they have a new coach too. Missed it.
That was a bold choice to try and counter that ball.
Jens will take this setup each and every time when he loads the spin up, keeps it low, tries to keep it as deep as possible.
Oh, that's nice. Cho Sung-min, the 4th pick in the season 3 draft. 27 years old, will be 28 in May. Oh, what defense from Lundqvist.
I mean, Lundqvist was just a wall here. At first he was happy to get his paddle on the ball, but then he settled in and started moving it around.
Really surprised we didn't see Cho picking a different target. Just kept playing into that solid backhand block.
Great serve return by Lundqvist, giving the spin right back to Cho. Coming underneath the ball, shoving it over.
To your point, Matt, that previous point felt like a practice point at times.
Training session.
Full 5. Players inside, please.
Cho Sung-min with the edge in Spindex rating coming into this match. Spindex rating moves with every game. And that's a good forehand from Jens to tie it up at 5-all.
Jens has done a really nice job picking and choosing when to get those finishing shots in. He doesn't like to play a lot of extended rallies. That block was something unusual where he won that point. Cho Sung-min is going to go for those. He's going to take big swings, high risk, high reward.
Not landing that forehand, I think mentally has a much bigger impact than just on the scoreline.
Let 5-6.
Second singles to Tomi Omoda and Shin-Soo Chang. Chang upset Omoda the last time they met. Oh, are you kidding? Jens Lundqvist around the net. And he wins the point! I don't know how.
I mean, he is not giving an inch. He just keeps the ball coming back one after another, showing that not only does he have great finishing ability, but his defense is on point today.
What does this point do to Cho's mind?
I think, you know, he's been in positions where he could finish the point and he's just not executing, and that can have a big impact on your confidence level.
Wow.
I think now at this point of the match, I think Jens is in a much, much better position.
If Matthias hadn't taken the timeout last game, he'd probably use it here, but you can only take one timeout in each singles match.
And there's that forehand flip that Coach Matthias did not want to see happen.
5 straight points for Jens since they changed sides of the table. Missed it.
It's been really interesting just to see Jens approaching this match and really shutting down Cho's attacking game. I mean, the few opportunities that Cho's had, he just hasn't been able to land the ball.
Had a chance to slam the door with that backhand the previous point. He missed it, and all of a sudden it's a 2-point game again. And Lundqvist is going to take a timeout to try to regroup. Christian Lilyrose, the third-year coach of the Paddlers, is also wearing a mic.
So right now, when you do no spin serves, they almost always go short. When you backspin, he flips. He's afraid of flipping right now.
Then just to flick to his backhand now. He will wait. So maybe the middle.
Yes.
Yeah. You flick in the middle. Yes, he's always waiting in the backhand.
Right. I mean, if you haven't done one long serve in a match.
Oh, but I will.
You don't want to do that.
No.
Okay. Just bring it up.
Not now. The flat. Now I just have straight serves.
Exactly. Yeah.
You choose if you want no spin or underspin, but short to forehand.
I think it's better no spin, really.
Whichever works. Yeah.
I mean that gives you clean returns.
Sure.
Yeah. All right.
And
Let's go now. Bring it on.
Ball confident. But prepare after. However, prepare after.
Yeah.
What a fascinating timeout. Christian has coached hundreds of players from all around the world. Jens has played table tennis
9-7
for decades. You know, he knows what he wants to do. Absorbs the feedback and then takes the table. And he missed it. 3 straight for Sung Min to get within 1.
I think Matthias was probably happy to have that timeout opportunity as well.
Nine-all.
Well, that's one thing that we forget. When the team takes a timeout, you don't only get it, but your opponent does. And if they're having issues, even if they're mounting a comeback or trying to keep momentum going, the coach giving them additional insight to what changes might be taking place.
The funny thing is, after the last timeout, Cho Sung-min came out and deliberately started playing long. And it sounded like paddlers were preparing for a short ball.
Oh, wow. Look out in the first row.
That's so smart by Lundqvist to get that heavy ball, and it comes off the side, and he keeps it so low that he forces the defensive return, and then just hangs on the offense. That's going to be a very difficult shot for Cho Sung-min to make from the backcourt.
Sung-min trying to create a golden point. And for the first time here in the semifinals at Championship Weekend, it all comes down to 1 golden point. One of the great innovations of Major League Table Tennis. It's not win by 2, it's next point wins, and there's so much pressure in this moment. 1 game all, 10 points all. Oh, Lundqvist finds the angle and wins the match 2-1.
Just an absolute insane angle here. Look how wide he goes, comes back, and again, Lundqvist getting his backhand on the ball, but just sends it even wider to the other side.
Did you get the first win of this match? You got the first golden point of the semifinals. You're really setting the tone for Portland. Talk to me kind of what's going through your head.
No, I think I played without pressure. He's a big favorite for this match, and yeah, I'm happy to give the team a good start, and I hope we can continue in this way.
Now, we might not see you play again until we get to the golden game. That's going to be in a while here. What are you going to do to kind of just keep the focus and the momentum and not lose this great lead you got here for yourself?
Yeah, first of all, support my team to get us to a good position for the golden game, and then I'm going to prepare for the last points.
Well, congratulations again. Give it up, everybody. Once again, Jens Lundqvist, Portland Paddlers. Golden.
Wish we had the velocity on that winner from Jens, because it wasn't a typical winner to the open space on the table, and yet still out of the reach of the lunging Cho Sung-min. An upset win, as Jens called it. And now the second singles match features the ladies, Katomi Amoda and Shin-Soo Chang. Amoda lost 2-1 when they met last month in New Jersey. So I asked, who's the favorite coming into this match? Because that was an upset a month ago.
Look at that first point. This is exactly
I mean, it depends why you consider it an upset. I mean, Chang Shin-Soo was just outside the top 40 in the world at her best ranking, so has a lot of experience. won medals in the World Championships and Asian Championships as well. So she's a very seasoned player. I think I would still give her the edge in this match. A small edge. I think she's quicker. Omota's more powerful, but Cheng has a really good game style for using incoming power and countering early in the bounce. I think this is going to be the best match of this tie.
I have a strong feeling that if Omota's serve works well, because that is one of her secret weapons, it'll allow her to at least start the point on her terms. If Cheng is able to return them and take pace off of it, I think it'll go back to Revolution.
Excellent first serve from Sun-Soo Cheng. Second round pick for the Princeton Revolution in the Season 3 draft. Tremendous point. Cheng played only 6 matches in the regular season.
0-2.
At 10-8 in her singles game that she played.
And those are the big forehands that Omota is going to do. As Matt, you said, a lot of power. She likes to redirect and change the angle as much as possible. And she does not fear playing from the backboard if somebody sends her back. She'll keep the ball on the table.
I think it also comes a lot down to the preparation as well. So typically when you see the Portland team warming up, Katomi's been practicing with Daryl a lot. Cheng tends to change practice partners. Sometimes you see her with Guo Zhongshan. Sometimes she's playing with Benedict Ola. So she's getting a range of kind of different shot types coming to her. I know during the Princeton weekend last time, she spent a lot of time training with Ola. And it helped her handle the power, and it helped Ola handle quicker pace when he was up at the table.
It's an interesting thought, Matt, about players seeking out the right practice partner to prepare for a particular match and a particular opponent.
Yeah, generally you'll do that. You're playing a defensive player or somebody with long tips on one side, you want to see that ball because it's not equal, but Omota starts down 0-2, runs 6 in a row right now.
Yeah, Omota really has to pick on the first ball from Cheng. She's typically not as good at generating her own power off a first long ball. So if Katomi can set that up and then play over the top. Don't think she wants to get stuck in the backhand to backhand because you see Cheng varying the pace and the rhythm of that ball a lot.
Wow.
7-3.
Close the door right there. Omota steps over to the forehand, just goes right on top of it, sending a message.
7 of the last 8 points. Make it 8 out of 9.
And that's the 1-2 combination. Omota likes to mix the serve. Hook serve, sometimes she'll play deep out to the forehand, but that's not the tricky thing. It's the following shot that she will go for broke.
One-way traffic right now after falling behind 2-0. Katomi Omota, the young Japanese star, 22 years old. Seemingly on her way to a Game 1 win.
4-9.
I mean, this is a big start for the Portland Paddlers.
Huge. And we talked throughout the season about the importance of a lead going into the Golden Game. A little bit different dynamic at Championship Weekend, obviously, but here's the thing. And we saw a bunch of Golden Game comebacks this year, but the last 2 weekends we saw 0. Each of the last 12 matches of the regular season were won by the team that had the lead going into the Golden Game.
Game 1 to Pepper.
Brilliant start continues for the Paddlers. 11-5 for Katomi Amoda after she fell behind 2-0. And it's an early 3-1 lead for the regular season champs of the West.
You may see a teen struggling to find his way. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we see a teen gaining the confidence and skills to land his first job. Kids today need people to see their potential and help them achieve it. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we do whatever it takes to help kids succeed. Because when we see young people, we see limitless possibilities. Do you? Join us, Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
Great atmosphere here inside Table Tennis America in Fremont, California. The East Bay, just south of Oakland. Katomi Amoda seemingly at home.
0-0.
What stood out most from her rampage to close out game one?
No, I think it was just a continuation, again, with the serve. She mixes up the hook serve so well. Again, you put it back on the table, and she's quickly taking that off the bounce, usually to the opposite corner. It's beautiful down the line.
Yeah, again, I think it just comes down to the fact that Cheng doesn't generate her own pace very well. So against the serve receive, even when she's flicking, it's a little bit soft. And when she's attacking against the first loop, also a little bit soft. There's a lot of opportunities here for Amoda if she gets good placement to really take control of these points.
Great block there off the third ball by Chen.
It's Angie Tan and Lavanya. Both former members of the U.S. national team.
3-2.
Especially in the juniors. I would imagine they've just come back from college national championship.
Angie was a silver medalist in the women's doubles, trying to defend that title.
Oh yeah, you were there as well.
She forgot to rub shoulders with a Hall of Famer, Sean.
Absolutely. Plus a number of great
I think a lot of college students forgot to rub shoulders with Sean Evan.
I was trying to rub shoulders with her now.
You're just a couple years older.
Sorry. 3-4.
I've used my college eligibility.
Some would say you're old enough to have a child who's in college.
Absolutely.
As you do.
These are critical points for the paddlers. If they can start to stretch this second match, come out with easily a 2-1 or even a sweep, all of a sudden the Revolution are going to have to really worry about not falling so far behind because they don't have that 5-point maximum luxury that the regular season has in the Golden Game.
I think so far for Princeton, it's just been a story of missed opportunities. They've, you know, that last shot that Cheng missed, the ball's sitting there. It's ripe for attacking. The same with Cho Sung Min in the third game. Great point there. It's just, you know, when you get those opportunities, you have to take them. You can't throw them away.
Matt, do you feel that the Revolution look a little bit flat, almost like, hey, we got here, and now it's time to really hit the gas, and it's like, where is the pedal? I mean, it doesn't seem like they're taking advantage of their extra life here in the playoffs.
I don't know. I mean, the other thing is, are they coming into this match thinking, hey, look, Portland's weak? Like, maybe that's playing into things as well. Maybe they're thinking they are the favorites. And it's mentally a lose. Yeah, which, I mean, when they've been in the lead in the Golden Game on so many occasions this season, when they're in that position, you know, maybe when they're ahead, it's not when they've played their best table tennis. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they don't have that mentality, but you know, inside the mind of an athlete, you never really know. I would be surprised if they didn't feel that there was a huge opportunity on the table here.
To your point, it's a Princeton team that finished the regular season 7-11, but with their total point accounting, they surpassed New York by 3. It's really a tight group of teams in that window. Revolution, one of 4 teams to finish the season between 182 and 188 points. Of course, then you have the Powlers finishing the season 16-2 with 260 points.
9-7.
A winning percentage of .688, the best regular season winning percentage in MLTT history by a pretty wide margin.
Katomi has this game on her paddle with the serve. She can go up 2-0.
Oh, costly miss.
Big swing, nothing to show for it. It's the sitter, it's short, so when she steps in, it's still far away from her.
Cheng did a really good job of saving that point by just getting under the ball enough.
How about Chin-Soo Cheng taking both points on Emota's serve? And we're even here in game 2, 9-all.
That forehand counter, if she holds the table, really difficult to hit past her.
Three in a row for Chin-Soo Cheng to create a game point.
Definite momentum shift right here.
How about Chin-Soo Cheng? 4 straight points to close out game 2. Inches away from falling behind 2-0. She fights back and brings Princeton within 1 on the team tally. Game 3 of the second singles match coming up. From a Spindex perspective, Katomi Emota had a slight advantage coming into this match. She was 25.99. Chin-Soo Cheng was 25.73. We are 1 game all, and gentlemen, there's a little symmetry going on right now. First game of the first 2 singles matches, Portland won 11-5 in both of them. Second game of the 2 singles matches, Princeton won 11-9 in both of them.
Katomi needs to get something going just to stop this streak. She had game 2 on her paddle, serving with 9 points, but has yet to score. And there's a net ball that finally stops the streak.
I think for Katomi, it's really about setting the pace. If she lets Cheng set the pace of the rally, she just kind of falls into that rhythm in a rally where Cheng's comfortable taking the ball off the bounce. I think getting the first ball into the point at a pace or a rotation or a placement that Cheng's less comfortable with, you know, playing that slow spin and then maybe following up with more power on the next ball. but you just feel like once they get into the rally, Cheng's so comfortable with that pace. It's the same pace across the point.
Remarkable rally there, and Shin-Soo Cheng fired up to win it.
2-2.
Stick-to-itiveness from Cheng.
Are you going to trademark that? That was, I've never heard that word before.
Well, you should watch a basketball game.
with you commentating?
I mean, that would be comfortable for you, but no, any basketball game.
Let 3-2.
Oh, that catches the edge. Are you kidding? Oh, we got to watch this in slow-mo. Doink.
It was going to be an effective serve. It was very quick and explosive.
It turned out to be very, very effective.
Perfect serve. And a 5-2 lead now for Shin-Soo Cheng as they switch sides in game 3.
Timeout, Peddlers.
Timeout taken by the paddlers. Let's eavesdrop on the conversation.
I would do the serve from the forehand there and then step around like you do this. But later on in serve return, she does everything is ice spin. Every serve is ice spin. All right, let's go. Let's go.
Time.
I think the couple of times that we've seen Emoda playing the serve from the forehand side, she's gotten caught in the body by Cheng on the first flip, so she's going to have to be careful with that one.
Oh, that was a great serve and follow. Went with pendulum serve instead of the hook, but quickly stepped around, got it out to the wide forehand for the point.
You can just see how adaptable Cheng is in a topspin rally. She's really good at matching pace.
I think it's mostly due to how compact her strokes are. There's no wasted motion, very efficient, but also her placement.
Some real emotion from Shin-Soo Cheng. This is following a similar script to their matchup a month ago. Emoda won the first game, but Cheng responded with wins in game 2 and 3. And she is now 3 points away, 5 points ahead, and in control in the rubber game.
When you look at these replays, and Emoda's playing with more power than a lot of the other women's players in the league, and a lot of the other women's players internationally. But if you can't get through your opponent, you know, having that power, if you can't find a spot to open up the table, is really just feeding into Cheng's ability to keep countering and stay in control.
Just great placement by Cheng, right into the elbow, giving Emoda nothing to work with. You can see right as she's stepping around, she still doesn't have enough space between her and the ball to put pressure on it.
See if a little good luck can help Katomi battle back here.
We often say that the nets and edges even out. We saw that nice deep edge serve. Moda comes back with the net ball, and there's a beautiful
Ola-esque backhand.
Finishing backhand below, cross court.
Boom. Timeout Princeton.
这个又跑了，接完那种跑，那手就冒，然后他就能投。这个你就立他就行，他来这边你就接完再回。I think you have more confidence when you open up. But if you push, okay, you go forward. Yeah. 他就这轮比较在小课上一发，他都不知道干嘛，对不对？你发你就摩擦处理一下，他现在没法放你，一分。Listen, whatever you do, you just with confidence. Push, just. 一分一分打下去。Let's go. 加油！
Time. 6-9.
Crunch time here between Omoda and Cheng. That's nice from Katomi.
I mean, that is a 1-2 punch again. Being aggressive with the deep serve, but then finding the open court.
Incredible point.
That says
an exasperated Katomi Omoda. Can't believe that she fought this long and this hard to come up empty.
Just great work from both players to save the net ball.
4 game points for Cheng. She was down 9-7 in game 2.
Service clock warning. Revolution.
Scored 4 in a row to win it. Omoda's going to have to perform a similar escape trick here. And it's Cheng Cheng tying this semifinal up at 3 points all. Coming from behind in a pretty critical way for the Princeton Revolution. And it's 3-all as we get ready for some open serve semifinal doubles. Chen-Su Cheng, 2-1 for the Revolution. Alrighty, this doubles match features Nikhil Kumar and Sid Naresh, who have been the best doubles team in the league in Season 3, taking on Cho Sung Min and Jin Wong. Cho Sung Min has an excellent doubles record, but he hasn't played a ton. He's 18-9. To compare that to Nikhil Kumar, who in doubles matches is 33-21. Doubles game. Let's start with Sid Naresh, who was a champion in Season 2 as a member of the Carolina Gold Rush.
Yeah, off the back of also winning the college men's national championship doubles last week, or this week. Last week? Lost track of time. Really great pairing. I think Sid has adapted to the doubles really, really well, especially the open serve doubles. I do think Sid is quite a moldable player. He's a player that follows a lot of advice from his teammates and doubles partners. It's very easy to just kind of take all of the skills that he has and mold them into different tactics, and he follows really well, I think.
I would definitely agree that Sid is the perfect doubles partner, whoever he plays with. Yeah. He can morph into if he needs to be more aggressive or if he needs to play off the backcourt. One thing to watch Sid, he'll serve a lot of balls with his backhand, which is unique when you're playing with a left-handed partner of the skill level of Nikhil Kumar, who really will be the quarterback of this team.
Kumar serves to get this match underway.
1-0. Let's go.
You see these two players are going to have to be very careful dealing with incoming firepower, especially from Cho Sung-min. Wang Jin-shin has really good reach, the taller player, and I think when the ball goes wide, he uses a lot of that wide placement momentum in his favor. He's really good at playing those angles far away from the table.
Net. 1-1.
Nearly a service error. Snuck over for a net let ball.
I know Jin-shin's been putting in a lot of hours to prepare for this. I think there's a big part of him that probably felt a little bit of regret. You know, the team were able to win in Lawrenceville, but he went, I think, 0-8 in the Golden game. So even though the team won, he's kind of a little bit emotional after that, because I think he felt, you know, if Koyo hadn't delivered that golden sweep when he did, you know, he might have shouldered the team not making it. So definitely put in a lot of hours before this.
One of the tricky things about this individual sport with a team dynamic, you can play well, but your team can lose and vice versa.
And once again, Portland playing into Cho with just a heavy first spin that stays low to the net, really taking away his ability to dominate the point but play reactive.
Oh, what a shot from Nikhil Kumar.
That's just great court sense. Watch the location here. Nice hooking forehand, but it was set up by Naresh's great shot down the line to crisscross the opponent.
Didn't try to do too much with it, but put it on the table in the open space.
And Evan, that little shot that Naresh just did, that backhander over the table, the paddlers live on that combo.
So there were 90 matches in the regular season. So this is the 91st open serve doubles match in MLTT. And we've seen some marvelous points. And here's another one in the paddlers prevail. Did the two of you still feel jarred when you watch open serve doubles? Does it still feel different, or has it become pretty natural for you to see?
I actually don't even notice it right now. I mean, especially on the net serves, you used to watch as he did it, make it into the court. Now it doesn't matter because you can't lose a point no matter where you serve.
I think you get kind of absorbed into all of the great points that, you know, it feels like the rallies are longer. I would really love to see some statistics on it, because I think it would be interesting if you could show that the average rally is longer, not having those backhand flick winners and having, I think in terms of play of the day nominations, we've seen more doubles points coming through as points that have really stood out. So, you know, when you're watching great table tennis, it's really easy to forget that the rules are different in this format.
I am surprised that there's not more down the line serving. Seems like a lot of the teams just feel more comfortable footwork-wise with the diagonal going, though it does occur. I mean, there are players that will serve down the line, especially when Sid is doing his backhand from the backhand side.
It was way back in September when Nikhil Kumar let go the very first serve in open serve doubles in MLTT history, the first match of the season. Portland taking on Florida in the Bay Area, Pleasanton, not too far from here. And he told us before that match, I'm going to go down the line on my first serve.
At the time, I'd only played 1 point in open serve doubles, and he serves down the line, and I just stood there looking like an idiot, which is kind of almost the same as right now, except I'm sitting down.
Standing up, sitting down.
7, 8.
Princeton hanging around here. Sid and Nikhil have played together a lot. Well, that chemistry helped them get to the end here in a very tight opening game.
As Berkeley teammates miss like that, normally your teammate might be like, come on, but these guys work together as a tandem and team. They're never going to get down on their teammate.
Another incredible point for the season 3 highlight reel.
So smart by Naresh just to keep this ball on the table. He could have gone for something big, just plays it on, lets Nikhil get back into the court. Wise choice.
Naresh only hit 2 shots that point, but he got like 14 steps in, back and forth.
8, 10.
And the Paddlers have 3 game points, up 10-8.
Princeton as a team overall have to really tighten up on execution.
That's really great stuff from Cinderella. The Portland Paddlers prevail in game 1. Naresh contorting his body all sorts of ways down the stretch to lead his team to a game 1 win.
And NCTTA, and also before that. And we both know each other's games so well just from practicing. And we've known each other ever since we were probably 8 or 9 years old, competing against each other. Even then, he would always beat me.
I knew that it could work. I played with Hampus and other players on our team in doubles in the past seasons. But I knew me and Sid know each other very, very well, as well, playing against each other, playing with each other, that this combo would work possibly quite well with this new open serve doubles as well. So yeah, I mean, I was very happy to have it start well from the beginning. And then I think as the season progressed, we played even better and better.
I don't think there's any doubt that the consistency with which they have played together, obviously in MLTT, but even before that, has helped them immeasurably to win close games like that.
Well, you just have so much confidence in your teammate, and the communication flows easily. The best doubles teams generally aren't 2 all-star singles players, but players who've played a long time together and know how to set up the teammate, because you can't just go out there and throw big shots, go for winners. Somebody has to be setting up the partner.
One.
Yeah, one of the things that I think stood out the most in game 1 was the fact that Nikhil's placements were really good for stopping Cho Sung-min from playing too aggressively. Got a lot of really good angles into that corner.
Definitely allowed Sid to put pressure on the professor. Again, sometimes doubles is just stopping the opponent's big player from being able to take big swings, because you're basically guarding them like the entire 90 feet, right? So you don't give them an easy ball, which makes it that much easier for your partner to get their offense going, and that's exactly what Sid did. There's that backhand flip over the table. Sid going in both directions, not only into the backhand, which makes sense, but also risking going out to a wide forehand.
This has been really interesting so far, just seeing Cho Sung-min, a player that usually has delivered 5 or 6 points for the team on a number of occasions in singles and doubles. Struggling a little bit out there.
Just doesn't seem to have his footing. There's no continuation. Often it's, again, very responsive or reactive, but not dominating and just saying, hey, the ball's on my paddle, deal with this. It's more like, how do I get into the rally?
Could not handle that last serve on the return. Now he's got the ball in his hand.
Nikhil has to make that loop. He's even saying that to himself. That ball came off the table. As a left-handed player, you've got to take that down the line.
Come on now, play.
Five, five.
Nikhil just did a great job just giving the serve right back to the professor with the same amount of spin that came over.
Oh, beautiful spot.
Just watch the Portland paddlers, how they move to get out of each other's way, allowing their strength to come in on the next shot. This should be a good combination here with Nikhil serving.
5, 7.
Well, the trust is just on display with their movement. And look, they're also young athletes. I mean, they're quick, they're agile, they've got hops to their step, and they're in excellent shape.
You know, Evan, just watch that communication. It's almost like there's one player out there who's on the Revolution. Not a lot of side or cross talk. They're kind of doing their own thing. But with the paddlers, they're literally having a conversation after every point is over.
8, 6.
Giving each other little high fives, pointing to each other when they make a good shot, saying you did the right move. It's really tough when you're battling a full team out there.
I think one of the things that Matthias is focused on a lot with the team is, regardless of what's happening on the table and what's happening with the scoreline, he's always impressed upon the players to keep pumped up and to keep confident and to keep vocal. And it does make a big difference for them. And there's a lot of times where when Princeton goes quiet and they kind of fall off the radar a bit, it starts to show in the scoreline.
8, 9.
Portland has done a great job of winning the first game in each one of these first 3 matches. Oh, great teamwork there. Naresh just unloads. Watch this backhand right over the table, nice and cross court, using the wide angle. And then Nikhil celebrates on the follow through.
Paddlers in the zone right now. Nikhil Kumar and Sid Naresh take the first 2 games in the doubles, both by the same 11-8 score.
Time.
Back at Table Tennis America here in Fremont. And now Cho Sung-min and Jinshin Wong back to the table trying to avoid a sweep.
Game 3, paddlers to serve. 0,
Couple 3-point wins for Kumar and Naresh in the first 2 games. And that's what Princeton needs from Cho Sung-min. They need him to take charge.
Yeah, he needs to get into that leadership role that he's been in. I think it's difficult when you're in that position. And the pressure's always on you. I think Enzo talked about this a lot when Satoshi Ida joined the team in season 2, that it took a little bit of the pressure off him.
We've seen that with Lebason and Gardosh.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think Cho Seung-min's feeling a little bit too much pressure right
Well, he only took 1 point in the singles match he played against Jens. If he doesn't get any in the doubles, 1 out of the 6 possible points, that's not what Princeton was expecting. And look, they knew this was going to be a tough doubles match.
Hey, 1 by 1 now. Let's go. All right?
Kumar and Naresh have been the best team in the league consistently. But Cho Seung-min does have an excellent winning percentage when he has been available to play doubles.
Nikhil just doing a great job from the midcourt. During warm-up, he was hitting with Jens and just landing everything. And I was like, wow, this is the new Nikhil who plays strong on the backhand. He's bringing it here in game 3. But that serve, you can see him smiling.
I know when we spoke to Matthias a little bit about the open service doubles, he kind of pointed out that, you know, there was already some opinion and critique about having 2 right-handers playing together. And, you know, when I was doing commentary so far, my observation has been that the footwork for 2 right-handers in open serve doubles, for me, hasn't really gelled together that well. And I think Matthias made a great point when he said, look, the jury can't be out on it. It's new, right? Nobody knows yet. There's not enough data. But my feeling as the season has gone on is it just doesn't seem to be as effective as having a left-hander and a right-hander. I think that part of the doubles, that advantage is still there.
Definitely feel that you can serve to locations against 2 righties where you are going to cause a little bit of one player setting a pick. And look at the shot by Sid Naresh. He has just been playing so well here in this semifinal match, moving it, redirecting it, allowing Nikhil to be the setup man.
And again, another missed execution. Seen a few too many high balls missed by the Revolution players.
An edge ball from Kumar to bring the paddlers back within 1. As a reminder, after this doubles match concludes, there will be a 10-minute intermission. But the championship countdown show with Tiana Cohen and Luke Scotchy, they will have a segment during that intermission, so stick around for that. Great pregame show before our first semifinal today with a couple marquee guests. 1 marquee guest and then Matt Hetherington. 6-5, Princeton leads. What's the key for them to get to the finish line here in game 3?
It's execution. I think the setups are there, but when the points have been set up for them, they just haven't gotten the job done. And I also feel they need to cover a little bit better. I think there are some less obvious placements that they're kind of leaving. They're kind of nesting towards their backhand corner or nesting towards the middle. And we've seen Kumar and Naresh show that they're willing to take those outside lines and take those risky placements. So definitely for the Revolution, they need to cover angles that they, even if the probabilities are lower, they need to be more aware of the fact that the paddlers duo are willing to make those shots.
What a fascinating point. We saw the chop and then Naresh creating the top spin and Nikhil smashing the winner.
I mean, Evan, if you're looking at this match, Cho Seung-min, how many times have we seen him just take over and just start ripping forehands? Maybe 2? He's got to be more involved.
He's just not landing them though. It's just, again, execution of...
And this is one of those must-win games. If Portland goes up 6-3, bringing in a free agent isn't so nasty, because now they can go all out and just try to take 1 game and then keep your team in the lead, where before it was like, is that free agent going to give up 3 in that later match in singles play.
Right, and also, let's think about the fact that the last time we saw Koyo Tanemitsu, apart from that golden sweep where he really stepped up, I think mentally in that last weekend, he was all over the place. He was struggling a lot. If the paddlers are in a good position going into that last match, Nikhil Kumar could walk circles around Koyo if the pressure is really on the Revolution.
And there's the forehand of Cho Sung-min. He has to get something going. Revolution have been so quiet in setting up their attacks. They've just really been playing reactive and letting the paddlers dictate.
I mean, Cho Sung-min just hit a game, a point-winning forehand to put it away, and there was no Cho. From Cho, there was no enthusiasm. You know, even though this is a critical game, maybe he feels like he already lost the match because he has. But obviously, difference between 6-3 and 5-4 is huge heading into the intermission.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be important for Matthias to maybe take him aside after this match and really get him in a good place before the Golden game.
You know, that wasn't a bad shot by Naresh. The ball was up. He went for the shot. It's not going to affect them. They still, though, have a chance to tie this up.
Paddlers fight off one game point.
Sid, a lot of confidence after missing the forehand flip kill. Comes back with a very strong backhand loop.
Huge serve here for Jin. And the Princeton Revolution to dodge the sweep. Cho Sung-min and Jin Wong take game 3, 11 points to 9, which means it's 5-4 in favor of Portland, heading into the third singles match, which is 10 minutes away. Championship countdown, intermission report with Tiana and Luke is on the way as the semifinals continue here in California.
The MLTT Championship Countdown continues here in Fremont, California, where we are halfway through our first semifinal match between the Portland Paddlers and the Princeton Revolution. Luke, like I said, we're halfway through, which means we've seen singles 1, singles 2, and open serve doubles. Let's kind of break down what's been going on here between the Paddlers and the Revolution.
You know, if the Portland Paddlers wanted to make up for the loss of 4 of their players, they needed to have a really, really good singles 1 against the runner-up for men's MVP in Cho Sung-min. And that's exactly what Jens Lundqvist, who won Week 9 Player of the Week, just did. 11-5 in the first game. Cho Sung-min bounced back with a 9-11 game 2, but Jens forced a golden point, 11-10, to put the Paddlers up 2-1 in singles 1.
You know, what really stood out to me there, Luke, was the first golden point of this semifinal match, and it was Portland. It was Jens Lundqvist that got the golden point. Because this team was coming into this weekend with such a disadvantage, they felt not having some of their key players. I think that really lit a fire under the whole team bench of, okay, we are still in this. This is not over. Let's kind of switch gears here. Let's talk about the ladies in singles 2, where it was really a Revolution that kind of took the advantage there.
It absolutely was, and Princeton, after going down 2-1, needed something from Shen-Su Chang to really get back into momentum. And after an 11-5 first game from Katomi Yamoda, it didn't look so hot. But Shen-Su Chang, game 2, 8-11, and game 3, 7-11 to tie the match back up for Princeton.
I think what's so special about Shen-Su Chen getting the win there is we learned today is her birthday, and what better way to celebrate your birthday than getting a singles win, right? And getting her team back to even. Now let's close it out. We just saw a very, very competitive open serve doubles match with, of course, Portland's dynamic duo, Nikhil Kumar and Sid Naresh. They are so electric to watch.
They absolutely are, and that's something that you would have gotten if you just watched what happened in doubles. I mean, in an 11-8 game 1, an 11-8 game 2, they looked unstoppable, even as Princeton kept it close. And in order to avoid a sweep, they needed to take the third game, and that's exactly what Jin Chun Wong and Cho Sung-min did, winning 9-11 to put the score at the half at 5-4 for the match.
5-4 the match, but really it's still anyone's competition. We got singles 3, singles 4, and then of course everything comes down to the golden game. And during championship weekend, whoever wins the golden game wins the entire match. So these points that we're gaining in all these singles competitions and doubles really just give a team an advantage going into the golden game. They're going to give them a gap in the score because it's a race, right? First team to 21 wins the golden game, and therefore they win this semifinal. So we got a lot more in store. We got singles 3, singles 4, and the coveted golden game coming up next between the Princeton Revolution and the Portland Paddlers. Don't go far. We're still counting down to championship match.
You may see a teen struggling to find his way. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we see a teen gaining the confidence and skills to land his first job. Kids today need people to see their potential and help them achieve it. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we do whatever it takes to help kids succeed. Because when we see young people, we see limitless possibilities. Do you? Join us, Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
Whatever your game, you'll find it at BetOnline. Trusted for over 25 years by millions worldwide. With the largest selection of sports and props in the industry, the latest and hottest casino games, live Vegas-style dealers, and our exclusive VIP program with millions in cash paid out every month. No rollovers and no restrictions. It's all right at your fingertips. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Welcome back to Championship Weekend here in MLTT Season 3. Carlos Hernandez in a high leverage position in his first match as a Portland Paddler. Signed as a free agent because the Paddlers were missing several of their stars, and he has the task of tangling with Benedek Ola, the big Viking for the Princeton Revolution. Ola coming off a strong finish to his season, where he played well a month ago in Jersey to help the Revolution get here. And Carlos Hernandez, the guy who hadn't played singles a lot, and hasn't won a singles match, but he also hasn't been swept. He's played in 2 singles matches, lost both of them 2-1 against Hao Cheng Wong and Jean Montero. And certainly Hernandez hopes to get 1 game here for the Paddlers. Anything more than that is gravy, right?
I know this is going to be a very interesting matchup. Game 1's going to tell us a lot whether Hernandez is able to really stop the very strong and follow play of Ola. He's got so much power both on the forehand and backhand side. If Hernandez can get something going, he can nullify it some. But the odds are right now Ola is looking to potentially sweep and put Princeton in the driver's seat.
Yeah, one thing that we've seen from Ola in the last weekend of regular season and even now here in these first points, he's put a lot of emphasis on picking up the speed closer to the table. I think when we saw Ola coming into the league in the beginning, big, powerful shots, but if the players were able to get the ball back, his reload time on those big shots was a little bit slower. But it's definitely an area that he's improved in.
And that's where Hernandez has to be careful. He wants to keep the ball short, but if he doesn't completely read the spin correctly, it's going to pop up. We know what Ola does with pop-ups.
That.
Hernandez hanging in there. And it hits the ceiling. That probably would have found the table if not for hitting a wooden beam in the ceiling here at Table Tennis America.
And they have a decently high ceiling. I think they would need to be in a football stadium for that to find the table.
Towering toss from Hernandez. And
2-5.
return aided by the net to disrupt the timing. Ola reaps the benefits and has a 5-2 lead. He comes 6-2 as he spits on that serve.
And Ola knows the significance of these middle points, where if you can not only get a lead, but get some distance between your opponent. Like earlier in his first season, happy to get W's, lost a lot of games here and there. Right now, as a veteran of MLTT, every point matters.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if Ola really dug in and took a real sweep in this singles match, because they need it. They really need it. I don't think they were expecting to be down 5-4 at this point of the match. And I think Ola is the guy to raise the bar. I actually had talked about...
3-7.
He launched that one a good foot and a half off the end of the table on what looked like such an easy ball.
Yeah, so the little pregame show that we did at the beginning before this match happened, I was asked which player I thought would be in the running for MVP. I kind of took it as saying which player I thought would be most important, and I think Ola is the most important player for the Princeton Revolution. So him taking a 3-0 sweep here, I think, is crucial for the team.
Edge ball from Hernandez.
Hernandez handles himself really well at the mid-distance when he gets into those open topspin rallies. Also has some really good touch play. It's I do wonder with Portland how they made their lineup decision. I guess they're hoping that maybe if Hernandez wins today, I mean, you put him in tomorrow,
Which
right?
decision are you talking about?
About who plays singles.
The choice was really Hernandez or Sal, or are you talking about? Well, both Nikhil and Sid couldn't have played.
Sure.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, that's no problem.
If they wanted Nikhil and Sid to both play singles,
there goes
then
the
only
doubles.
one of them could have played doubles. I like the decision that Christian made.
Put your best doubles team out there and get a plus result there.
To be completely honest, I think that was as close as they were going to get to a guaranteed win in the doubles. If you look at all the other lineups, it could go either way, but
the plot thickens here in this first semifinal. For the first time, the Revolution win a game 1, and Ola evens up the score 5 points apiece. Game 2 coming up.
You may see a teen struggling to find his way. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we see a teen gaining the confidence and skills to land his first job. Kids today need people to see their potential and help them achieve it. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we do whatever it takes to help kids succeed. Because when we see young people, we see limitless possibilities. Do you? Join us, Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
Game 2, Peddlers to serve.
There's a tension in the air here in Fremont. One of these teams advances to Championship Sunday. I guess both teams will play on Championship Sunday, but one of them plays in the second match, and the other is stuck battling for third place. Third place match at 1 p.m. Pacific tomorrow. The championship will be at 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern tomorrow night.
Hernandez's job right now is to score some points and put pressure on Ola. He goes down 0-2. Momentum shift definitely for the Revolution.
We've seen Hernandez, after every single point he wins, make a big fist pump toward his bench. Like, what an opportunity for Carlos Hernandez to try to be a part of a championship team. After he spent most of the season as a free agent, latching on to the worst team in the league, the Florida Crocs.
That was a championship forehand right here. That serve barely comes off the end.
Forces a Princeton timeout. 4 points into game 2.
Do you think it's not distracting when I look there? You guys are moving.
We got a tie here for Princeton. 3-1.
You want to wipe her move? No, I don't want you to guys move around when I'm serving. So, you guys complete for the point and then you can go. You have no business standing there.
Ben, we know it. You do the best. Let's go. Yeah. Focus. Next ball. Next ball. Yeah. And I think go better with this. Or are you really sure you can make this straight, but short, okay? Yeah, and in backhand side. Because there is only coming with this push, he doesn't do nothing, he just push, and then most of the times it gets high or half line, okay? Yeah, come on Ben, let's go!
Time.
Not what I expected that timeout to be about.
Yeah, but I've been in this same situation where when the pressure is this high, any little thing can just set you off. And that time, Ola was saying, when I'm serving, please don't be moving in the background, because it just changes the focus. And
I get it.
Yeah. And better to get that out of your system than to keep it in and then just be letting it build and burn. Yeah.
Too straight for Ola out of the timeout.
And I think Coach Matthias was smart enough. Just let him burn through that. Just let him get it out. Don't try to give him too much, but let him drive the train there. A nice combination by Hernandez, holding the table, not backing up. Some really quality blocks, little forehand reloop, and Evan, as you said, here comes the fist pump right afterwards, sending a message.
Boom. I think the smartest thing that Hernandez has done so far is when he's kind of in that defensive mode of blocking, when he makes the counter, he gets a really nice little kick. Just enough to upset the rhythm of Ola to follow up.
Didn't upset the rhythm last point, but maybe this point.
No, I mean, he's adding extra topspin to the ball. So it's kind of, even when it's hanging, it's dropping. So it goes up and then it wants to pull itself down versus a block through the ball where the ball's always coming out.
5-5.
It's got to give Hernandez a little confidence if Ola's playing that kind of backhanded backhand. You don't typically see that from him.
That you see a lot of. As good as it gets in the backhand department.
He's going to push it. He has to be really digging it. He can't be just returning it on the table. It's going to pop up. Much better. Has to take some risks. He's not going to win by playing safe against Ola and giving him time.
I think definitely in his best interest to do a little bit more with the backhand on the serve receive. It's like Matthias was saying, if he plays backhand short ball, it's popped up a lot.
Missed it. And Hernandez sneaks back in front.
And Matt, how many points has Portland won just like that last one? A little bit of pressure on the push, getting an errant or just a missed shot when you wouldn't expect the Revolution to have that much difficulty on safe returns.
Right. I thought Ola played this point a little bit safer. You know, down 7-6. Didn't want to risk missing one. Trusting himself. But there's another miss, and now is where the pressure really ratchets up on Benedict Ola's shoulders. Knowing what the expectations are, knowing how much his team is counting on him to get 3 points. Again, a measured point there from Ola.
Right. It's not easy when you have such big guns that Ola has to play a countering off the bounce, almost like ladies in singles too, where it's fast, rat-a-tat-tat. He wants to take a big swing when he can.
9-8.
Hernandez with one more serve and a 9-8 lead. Oh my.
That was a smart block up at the table, using some of Benedict's power to send that ball right back through the middle.
Ola with 2 serves. He's game point down. Needs both of these to force a golden point. Carlos Hernandez takes game 2. The newest paddler shows he is a good prize to sign. One game all in another singles match as Portland retakes the lead overall 6-5. One thing that we have seen repeatedly in Major League Table Tennis, with the format being what it is, even when there's a big favorite, it's really hard to win all 3 games. And now it's up to Ola to regroup, and the heavy favorite falls behind with an error on the first ball in game 3.
And I just want to give so much credit to Carlos Hernandez to stand up and withstand some of these strong attacks by Bennett Ola, who right now, on the attack, Hernandez in the backcourt, bringing it back.
How patient will Ola be? Hernandez hanging in there.
He's probably going to stay on the backhand side.
Oh, the fakes the drop.
Oh, Ola finally puts it away.
You know, a player any shorter than Ola would have really had a horrible time in that point.
You saw a fake drop shot there, but finally looking for a ball that he could step into and take it off the bounce.
1-2.
Ola catches an edge on the return, apologizes for it.
But still, Ola being offensive-minded, taking a risk flipping the serve.
Well, we know this match is going to come down to the golden game. We knew that before we began. But it feels like the lead going into the golden game could very well come down to the Nikhil Kumar-Koyo Kanemitsu match. That's if Ola can handle his business and even things up at 6-all. The last time the Princeton Revolution played in the semifinals, of course, season 1. And in that match, it was 6 points all heading into the final singles. It was Bay Area and Princeton back in April of 2024. And the 4th singles match there was 1 game all, 10 all. And Jin-Chin Wong took the golden point over Jimbao Ma to give the Revolution the 1-point lead, 8-7, and they went on a roll in the golden game 21-11. To advance to the finals.
3-4.
That was an upset then. It would be another upset here today. From the full season perspective, if the Princeton team that only won 7 of their 18 matches in the regular season could get to the finals, and yet we're considering them the favorite to do so, at least we were before the day began, because of the paddlers missing Kim Dong-So and Hampus Nordberg, who I had number 2 on my MVP ballot, by the way. He did not make the podium, but a lot of Cho Sung Min love, a little bit tempered today.
Ola getting into a nice rhythm here. Again, using his serves, mixing it up, nice deep serve in order to get a 3rd ball attack with the backhand.
You see Ola kind of trying to stamp his authority on this 3rd game.
If you're Hernandez, though, will this feel like a win even if he loses 2 out of 3?
I think the mentality coming in when you're a free agent is you try and get whatever you can on the board for the team, right? You know, if it's 1 point, if it's 2 points, I think that's a win. Obviously, there's still the golden game, which is pretty important. We've seen players do okay in the main matches, but I think the free agents have tended to struggle more in the golden game, just not having as many reps in that format.
9-4.
I definitely think that with Hernandez, he'll be able to say mission accomplished. He got his 1 singles against a very strong Ola, who I think he's going to feel very disappointed that he did not take advantage of the sweep. However, Portland wants it to come down to Nikhil and Koyo just to see who's leading going into the golden game, because again, they want to keep it as close as possible, knowing that they are not at full strength. But watching Nikhil get ready, I would have never known that his teammates weren't here, as he's so focused on everything.
Ola takes game 3, 11-4. Strange vibes, though. Ola wins 2 out of 3, and yet not much of a celebration. Feels like he lost an opportunity to put his team in a better spot. 6 points all, Koyo and Kumar next. All right, here we go. Nikhil Kumar and Koyo Kanamitsu, a couple MLTT originals. Nikhil Kumar was a first-round pick in the inaugural Season 1 draft, taken by the then Seattle Spinners. He was traded to Portland after Season 1, and he has been a mainstay anchor for the Paddlers, the two-time U.S. national champ. And then Koyo Kanamitsu, he was an 8th round pick in Season 1, but he has hung around, the only late round pick to still be in the league from that original draft. And in the only regular season meeting between Kumar and Koyo, it was the Japanese player for the Revolution sweeping Kumar 11-9, 11-6, 11-10. That was the first weekend in Season 2. That was a long time ago. And we'll see what Koyo has today. We know he's got firepower.
Yeah, I think the one thing with Koyo is he's so quick up at the table, and if he can back you off, he's a real nightmare to play against. While at the same time, Nikhil, very smart, great shot maker, doesn't use pure power, but likes to set up his attacks whenever possible.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot of psychological play here, I think. Nikhil is a player that wants to break the rhythm of his opponent as early as possible. Like I said before, if it came down to this match and the Portland Paddlers were in a reasonable position, I feel like Koyo is going to have a harder time handling that pressure.
Kumar begins with a deep serve.
And also, let's be completely honest, if you're on the Princeton Revolution team and your team is tied and you need to get the win, the last player on earth I would want to play against is Nikhil Kumar. Because you just don't know if he's going to allow you to play your best table tennis.
What is it about Nikhil and his tricky style that's so tough to handle?
Just changing the pace. He's aware of the placement. Serves are very effective. They allow him to start the rallies with a lot of off-pace stuff. But I think also the one thing you can't discount, he fights and focuses so well from the very first point.
I mean, when you look at the US players, I think Nikhil stands out from the other US players in the league. he really is comfortable, even though the level of the league has continued to go up. You know, for a player of his age, sometimes you kind of consider him more vintage, like a veteran player, as if he's been in this position and at this level for a long time.
And one thing we haven't mentioned, Princeton used one timeout each in the first 3 singles matches and the doubles. They are out of timeouts. None in this match, none in the Golden Game. They cannot challenge either. If there's a controversial call, something quirky happens, they are stuck with the umpire's decision.
Let's also remember here that Nikhil's kind of on home ground in the Bay Area. This is where he grew up. This is where he played the majority of his career. So this audience is going to be more split, I think. Seemed like it was a little bit more in favor of the Revolution up until now.
Sean, during your career, was home court advantage valuable or overrated?
Internationally, when playing for the U.S., definitely valuable, but nothing in the D.C., Virginia area would make a difference. Of course, Nikhil went to Cal Berkeley, had an illustrious NCTTA career, multiple times men's singles, men's doubles, and team champion. So he is playing right now very strong, very determined. He's not keeping the ball on the table. He's being very forceful, especially on the backhand side. Look at that. I mean, just talk about Hernandez giving the self pump after a point. Nikhil is going to add a 10-time factor. Boy, he's just digging it deep into the backhand of Koyo.
Pulling away here.
Everything that Nikhil does is so intentional and so
intense.
decisive. Yeah.
Again, Evan, you asked, there's the drop, the previous shot deep to the backhand. He's stressing Koyo from every position on the table to move his feet to get in the perfect position if he wants to attack.
And he's completely ripped this first game away from Kanemitsu. Relax, he said to himself after that last point. He had been on such a run. He wanted to close out that game with style.
5, 10.
Kumar has to be careful here. He doesn't want to let Koyo pick up any momentum that he can carry into the second game.
Well played by Nikhil Kumar. Portland Paddlers, the best regular season in MLTT history. Missing 3 of their stars, but they still have a 1-point lead late in this first semifinal. Nikhil Kumar with his game face on.
Revolution to serve 0-0.
Koyo Kanemitsu, how will this Japanese star respond?
0-1.
Koyo has never been the most animated guy at the table, certainly compared to Nikhil.
1-1.
I wonder if he will show any emotion one way or another.
I don't think he will, even if he wins. I think he's just feeling a lot of pressure knowing he's in really the second strongest singles match for his team. But his team counts on him. We saw in the Revolution run to get into the playoffs how he did step up in the Golden Game, but in the singles play, the nerves really seemed to get the best of him.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I said in that last weekend, whether it was right or wrong, just from what I observed, was that Koyo was good at getting vocal and picking himself up when he was winning, when he was on runs of winning a lot of points in a row. But when he's losing points, he kind of shies away from that a lot, or kind of quiets down.
Obviously, Koyo needs to win these next two games to give Princeton a lead going into the Golden Game. Nikhil needs just one of these next two. Over the course of the 90 matches in the regular season, 26 times a team came back to win a Golden Game. Here's the thing, though. The Portland Paddlers were the only team in the league to win every single Golden Game in which they started with a lead. The 9 other teams all had at least one instance where they had a lead, they let it slip away, and it went against them. But Portland, every time they got to 8 in regulation, they were able to close it out. Different type of pressure today. We shall see.
And when you're so used to winning, it just helps spiral, because then you have the confidence, you're willing to take the risks because you're not afraid.
Just judging from the body language, this looks like it's going to be a 3-0 sweep.
Well, I think going off of paper before, since the last time they played, as you said, Evan, Koyo won 3-0. 2 of the games were by the narrowest of margins, one going to a golden point, the other 11-9. I think it would be fair to say that Koyo, if they played 20 times in a row, he should have the advantage. It's just that Nikhil Kumar plays really big during the biggest points. And he's just a big time. That's why he won men's singles twice back to back against better players in better shape. But he just knows how to get into lockdown mode and just bring his A game.
It's really about, for Nikhil, taking all of his opponent's best strengths off the table. And you know, when you get into those situations, Nikhil is effectively putting himself in a position where he's playing his opponents in their B game. He's taken their A game off the table. And it's really one of the unique things about the way that he plays. Because, you know, a lot of players on paper might come out here and you're like, well, you know, they're expected to win against Nikhil. But when they're playing their B game, no,
his B game is better than their B game, hands down, and it starts with the position and then the shot selection. He very rarely has 2 or 3 big shots, but the opponent has none.
Too good from Kumar, and he's got himself 6 game points to guarantee the Paddlers will take a lead into the Golden Game. And it's an 8-6 lead for Portland. Nikhil Kumar, cold-blooded, steely, and the U.S. national champ takes the first 2 games in dominant, convincing fashion. Now it's time for him to get greedy and give the Paddlers the 3-point lead. Nikhil Kumar in command. The opening couple of games in this 4th singles match. Just one more race to 11 before A decisive golden game to determine our first finalist. Koyo Kanemitsu with a little spark to start game 3. Can you build on that?
It is, as we've said earlier, it is so tough to sweep in MLTT. Both players are going to be making adjustments after each and every game. They've got a slew of teammates and a coach giving them extra ideas of what to try differently. If you look in the background, you can see a number of the teams that'll be playing in semi number 2, keeping an eye on the Portland Paddlers and Nikhil Kumar. I think a 3-point lead could make a difference. I think if it's just one, I think that'll change after the first set of 2 or 3 points.
50-50,
Yeah.
basically.
There's not going to be any advantage.
Well, you talked before, the vibe of the Paddlers throughout the season is a winning vibe. Revolution, before they won their last 2 matches to make championship weekend, had lost 7 of their previous 8.
You just don't want to go into the golden game having been swept and having somebody as vocal as Nikhil Kumar, who's going to be in your face when it comes into his first 4 points. And now he's winning with this much offense. I mean, he is right now firing on all cylinders.
All right. Sean O'Neill's going to play the role of Christian Lilyrose. Matt Hetherington's going to play the role of Matthias Habasson, and we're going to have a mock golden game order selection, assuming that it's a 3-point lead for the Paddlers up 9-6. We'll see if Kumar can close it out, which means Matt and Matthias, it's basically the same thing. Koyo back within 1. Who's your number 1 player?
I think I'd probably put Koyo out first. Just
Even after he just got swept.
Well, I mean, he's still the last player to play. In the first round, you're only playing 1 point if it's a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, Koyo's out there for Princeton. Sean?
I'm going to put Carlos.
Hernandez versus Kanemitsu. Who's your number 2? Sean?
I've got to go with
Players change sides.
Katomi and just put some pressure.
Yeah, well, Chang, and then I probably put Ola out next, I think.
4-5.
And I go with Nikhil and then Jens.
I'll put Cho Sung-min back.
And that's the order that I wanted. I wanted Jens and Cho.
All right, buddy.
which then would leave Ola. No, you said Ola.
That'd be probably Sid and Jin Shin, right?
Yeah, that'd be right. Yeah. Interesting. How do you feel about your order?
Well, it's the order
Christian?
that he wanted. So
Yeah.
Is Yang Shigang in the audience? You know what? I hope that this is the order that comes out.
You should.
I want
because
this
it's
to
your
be the order that
chance
comes
to.
out.
Why?
He wants to beat me.
So
in
that
this.
if I win, then I can kick Sean out of the booth and we can go back to having a 2-man commentary.
Well, you might be recruited to be an MLTT head coach if
Me?
Yeah.
I don't have time or patience for that kind of stuff, man. Looking after table tennis players across a whole weekend is more of a task than most people will probably think.
3 straight points for Koyo, and now 4 in a row as the timeout did not stem the tide for Portland.
Evan, I was going to say, again, trying to sweep, not a done deal by any stretch. In the net. Oh, nice pickup.
Matt, do you think Matthias still sends Koyo out in the number 1 spot if it's a 1-point deficit with him having played this way in game 3? No?
I don't think so.
I think that changes things.
Yeah, it definitely changes things, yeah.
Oh, those are some big forehands from Nikhil Kumar. He loves to win his points, not with strong forehand play, but a mix-up, sometimes a chop block, sometimes a flat hit, misdirection.
But I also think if Koyo goes out there in the golden game, I don't think that Christian is going to put Carlos against him. I think he's going to put Nikhil against him.
And he would like to get a 3-1 exchange with Koyo.
Service error.
But I just don't want Carlos to go 0-4 against Ola.
It sounds like you have a very vested interest here.
If you're Christian, Katomi has lost 2 out of 3 now twice to Shin-Soo Chen. Do you put Carlos against Shin-Soo Chen and create a gender mismatch?
No.
Why not?
It's the golden game. It's, was Katomi that much worse than Cheng?
No, but she has won some points, I think, in Wei Wong, where she actually got the better of the male counterpart. And then
in one ultimate golden point.
The problem is that with Carlos against Cheng, she could still take 3.
Right.
Her table game is so good. And look at these guys right
here. That'll end game 3. Koyo avoids the sweep. No sweeps in this match. And the Portland Paddlers will take the narrow 1-point advantage into the golden game. So everything we've seen over the last 2 hours has been worth 1 point. Portland will start with a 1-0 lead. It all comes down to this race to 21 that's coming up next.
Oh, but I don't think even
Coaches?
if I put you second.
All right, so it all comes down to this. The Portland Paddlers lead 8 points to 7, which means they will begin the golden game with a 1-point lead. The first serve and the first pick goes to the Princeton Revolution.
Cho Sang-min.
Cho Sang-min.
Jens Lundqvist.
Jens Lundqvist. And second?
Nikhil Kumar.
Nikhil Kumar.
Jin Chin Wang.
Jin Chin Wang. And third?
Benedek Ola.
Benedek Ola.
Carlos Hernandez.
Carlos Hernandez. Fourth?
Sid Naresh.
Sid Naresh.
Koyo Kanamitsu.
Koyo Kanamitsu.
Lily Shin-Soo Chen.
Shin-Soo Cheng.
Kotomi.
Kotomi Omoda. Good luck, teams.
All right, gentlemen. What do you think of the actual order?
I like the Paddlers in the second match. We saw at Ryder that the professor had issues in the golden game, and we know that Nikhil does especially well against Bay Area former players and coaches, whether it's Tao Wen-jung now against the professor. He really tends to play extremely well. The rest of them, I think they're pretty much expected.
Yeah, I do think Jin Shin has a good control spin game and is probably able to handle Nikhil's strangeness a little better. His game's more all-round, I would say, than Koyo's.
Buckle up, everybody. Princeton ties it up.
It really, for Princeton, has to start with Cho Sung-min just putting everything out there.
If Jens gets the better of these hair-ups, Portland's going to look very effective.
The Revolution have the lead.
Cho Sung-min, this is redemption for him. Everybody can go home and forget about the singles and doubles if he delivers in the golden game.
If we get to an ultimate golden point, it would be those two, Jens and Cho, at 20 all. What do the next 5-10 minutes have in store? Jin Wang strikes first.
I think Jin Shin just has a better touch game than Koyo. He can use against someone like Nikhil.
Tough luck there.
Nikhil thanking the table tennis gods with that one as he pointed skyward.
McKeel steals it. Thought the luck was going to even out with another net ball, but Kumar stuck with it. Oh, Chin Chin Won rips it to the corner and earns the 2-2 split. Here come Hernandez and Ola. Ola took 2 out of 3, but Hernandez, a big underdog.
It shows service, Carlos. No, service you, sir. 4-4.
Hernandez needs to win a minimum of 1. He would like to split if he can.
That 4-4.
Hey, oh! Come on.
Tentative from Ola again.
Man, that ball just dropped off his forehand side.
4-5.
Oh, Hernandez! Defense wins!
We've seen Hernandez in this situation when they were playing singles. This time, he's able to get a forehand in, and the timing is just too much for Ola.
Brian Cook loved that one in the background. Here is a spectator for the first time.
Member of our Ultimate Production team for much of the season, and this is stunning. Carlos Hernandez, the free agent signee, filling in for Portland's absent stars, is 1 point away from a golden sweep over the Big Viking. And he gets it! It's a 4-0 sweep for the Cuban sensation, Carlos Hernandez.
Matt, you said, looking at this match on paper, that Ola was going to play such a big role for the Revolution. You just saw him here in the golden game do exactly what he didn't want to do.
Now, he's got to regroup because he has 4 more points to play in a little bit. And a miss from Cinderella on the return. Snaps the Portland string. Good serve from Koyo.
Just feels like the rhythm of too many of the Revolution players is broken. We're seeing a continuation of similar struggles.
That was such a big point for Sid to score on the backhand. Once you get up 5 points, that's what the maximum is allowed during the season. But if you can do that in the game itself. Oh! Koyo puts his paddle on the ball after Sid goes for it.
2-2 split for Naresh and Kanamitsu.
6-10.
And now the ladies take the table. Hitomi Yamada and Shensu Cheng.
This is a split for me, I think. These two put on the best match in the individual matches by far.
They start their sequence with a pretty good rally. Shensu Cheng keeps Princeton within striking distance.
That is brilliant placement.
In the championship countdown before this match began, Tiana and Luke asked Flint Lane, what's the innovation he's most proud of with MLTT? It's got to be the Golden Game,
Absolutely.
Right? Tension is unreal. Championship weekend Golden Game, there's nothing quite like it.
It's what makes MLTT one of the premier leagues around the world. No match is safe until the golden game.
Kidding? A surface error that wasn't even close from Katomi.
She launched it directly into the net. It didn't even hit on her side of the table.
Eesh.
That's putting everything into it.
Back to the top of the order. Ko Sung-min took 2 of the 3 points they played earlier. They'll play the full 4 right here. And again, if we get to the ultimate golden point, it would be these 2. He came with the firepower that you've been looking for, but Jens absorbed it and returned it with interest.
And his backhand is reaching across his body, almost seeming like the ball's past him, and he's bringing it back. He would love to at least split going into his own serve.
Again, Lundqvist finds the open table.
And Portland is just playing big. That's all there is to it. They don't have the full strength, but they're playing at their peak potential right now.
Lundqvist really leading the charge. It's like an aged whiskey out there. Just some of the shots that he's playing are
definitely a fine wine out there as well.
Yeah, it's just the sense of the game from so many years competing. Just anticipation and
smart default to back the Swede up. These all feel like golden points right now.
That's a great shot attempt there from Lundqvist.
That was a real opportunity for Jens to break it open. He had a 4-point lead, 2 serves. Loses both points on his serve. It's a 2-2 split.
We saw Nikhil bring back some net balls in the first series between these 2.
Oh, Kumar going to a wide angle.
He is
guys split earlier.
So dialed in right now. Whether it hits the net or not, Nikhil is on top of things.
Missed it.
And that's really uncharacteristic from Zhenshin. You see the ball pop up and he comes in for those forehand flicks. Usually really on point, probably the strongest in the league.
3 straight for Nikhil Kumar.
And those shots are not just placements. He's driving the ball. Watch this backhand off the bounce.
Avoiding the golden sweep, Jinxing Wang brings the Revolution back within 4. And here comes Carlos Hernandez and Benedek Ola. Can the big Viking regroup? This golden game would be tied right now if he had split earlier, but he lost all 4 points. Can he get revenge with his team desperately needing him? There's one.
It wasn't a bad return by Carlos. If he can get into the rally and get away from pushing the ball short and having it pop up.
That's more like it from Ola.
Carlos has to flip that serve. He cannot keep it low enough to stop Ola from turning the corner and just finishing the point.
Christian was thinking about a timeout there.
That would have been good. That would have been good.
Hernandez with a good enough serve to draw the error from Ola. Guarantees that Cinderella will take the table with a lead.
Ola has to win this point. If Ola loses this point, I think it's over for Revolution.
Oh, he wins the point, gets 3 out of 4, brings Princeton within 2. Here comes Sid Naresh and Koyo Kanamitsu.
Sid has been doing a nice job of opening up the point on his terms, especially with the backhand side. Can Koyo use his speed and get his offense going?
One-point game.
No, not speed used at all, slow. Surprising choice there from Koyo. Don't know whether it was out of nerves or intention. There's the
timeout signal.
Carolina Gold Rush.
But ignored. Oh, Koyo stays in it. He's still in it.
Oh, there's no way.
There is no way. Would have been unbelievable.
Sid showing so much experience, just taking his time, working the point, and realizing it's far from over and delivering that point. Look at no celebration, just staying in the moment right now.
Incredible turnaround from Koyo Kanamitsu.
What a battle of the backhands. Both players just keeping it in play on one side of their paddle.
And now we get a paddler's timeout. Let's listen in.
What do you want to serve this?
I think you still have the heavy back to forehand.
You have two options. No straight short to forehand or heavy down towards the backhand. I don't know why this time.
He always struggles. I would go for heavy.
Whichever one you want. Prepare to attack after, right? When you attack, placement is very important because you can catch. You need to go into the body. Okay? And then you stay at the table when he's playing the rally with you. Don't back up. You have him. You're going to beat him now, right? Let's go. Hey,
let's go. Let's go.
Okay, close to you.
I hope all of our viewers, especially the fans, family members of these two teams, are still breathing.
That's big. That's big from Koyo.
Koyo wins 3 out of 4, 5 out of the 8. We're tied at 18 all. Here comes Katomi Yamada and Shin-Soo Cheng.
The Princeton bench in the corner with the ownership team just all sitting there with their hands over their mouths.
Portland back up 1 as Yamada screams in joy. But the job's not done yet.
This is where Yamada plays her best.
He wins both points on Cheng's serve and sets up the paddlers 1 point away from the championship match. 2 chances on her serve to close it out. Swing and a miss.
Oh man. That just put my heart rate up by about 15%, I think.
Can Yamada win it here, or can Cheng bring Jens and Cho back to the table for history? The Portland Paddlers are moving on to the championship match. Katomi Yamada with the goods when it counts most. And the best team in the league all year will have a chance to hoist the MLTT Cup here tomorrow. What a match.
I mean, talk about a total team effort from the free agents to Katomi finishing strong. Nikhil Kumar, you can't say enough about what he did in singles. Again, it starts with Jens Lundqvist, the surprise match, taking 2 out of 3 in that very first singles to set the tone.
I mean, I think out of all the players on the Princeton Revolution, you feel bad for Cheng because from where we were sitting here, she was the one that came out and really put up the fight in her match against Katomi in the singles that you would expect from that team in this situation, in the semifinals. So it kind of feels a little bit rough for her to be out here and to shoulder part of that feeling of the loss after putting up such a great performance in a singles match.
Well, the agony of defeat is just as powerful as the joy of victory. And with margins this small, you just never know. And it comes down to such tiny fractions. But Nikhil Kumar and Kristen Lilyrose making some social media content. After a semifinal victory, the Paddlers knock out the Revolution. And Portland wins their 11th consecutive match They still haven't lost since late October. And here we are in April. And the best team in the league all year, even without Hampus Nordberg and Min-Hyuk Kim and Kang Dong-so, will take on either Carolina or Chicago in tomorrow's title bout.
They get to celebrate probably for about 45 minutes, sit down, take some weight off their feet, but they are not done. They definitely continued to just keep that winning strategy going that we've seen them in this record-breaking season that Portland has shared with the entire fan base.
Paddlers now 17-2 on the season. They improved to 5-2 all-time against the Revolution. They've beaten Princeton the last 5 times they've met with Christian Dwight. And it'll be a happy night for the Paddlers as they get to prepare not for the third place match, but for the championship. Christian Lily Rose joins us now. Your team had it all the way, I thought. No stress at all. You comfortable, confident, smooth, straight line victory, don't you think?
Yeah, what's the video? I think we're pretty confident we're going to win going into. No, it was like the toughest ever.
How did you get it done? What stood out most to you about the way your team fought?
Well, first of all, we have to continue the record, right? So this is 11th consecutive win. That was all about that. It was, I say, during the whole match, I felt like we played better than Princeton, and I felt like Princeton had pressure. The pressure showed up on them. We felt for the first time that we were underdogs. We were just fighting everything we got. We're screaming as loud as we can, that I have a voice still. It's an amazing concept that I still have my voice left, but we were just screaming and fighting as hard as we could. That was every single player. So it was all grit, really, to win this. Very difficult.
No, Christian, it almost appeared to me like every singles match was like a national finals, that every point mattered. But please talk about Carlos Hernandez in the golden game.
Yeah, that was crazy. How he can take 4-0 against Ola, that's like beyond comprehension. I mean, that was crazy. Then he got 1-3 the second one, but that was amazing. And I would say it's nice to have a player like Carlos on the team. First time he plays for us, but he's part of the Cuban background. And I've been to Cuba, they're screaming loud, they have drums, they do everything. So he was just going with the flow. So he just felt the pressure and he was fighting as hard as he can. It was great to have him on the team.
Christian, obviously your 3 of your top players in the team are not here. You still managed to get through and scrape the win in the semifinal. What does it take tomorrow for the team to pull off the crazy win?
The only thing I can think about is Miracle on Ice, 1980. We're playing in Soviet Union, if they even exist. It's going to be super tough. I mean, there's no question that Chicago is favorite. We have played them twice this season. We beat them both, but I'm still, we had better players then. So I'm just going to scream louder next time and hope for the best.
So that's the first finals prediction. And
Christian, before we let you go, it's 20-19.
I'm sorry. I'm saying Chicago haven't won. Sorry, I shouldn't even say that. Sorry about that.
We shall see. Bulletin board material for Alex Yang and the Gold Rush.
Sorry.
20-19, Katomi Yamada on the table. She has been big for you in so many huge points throughout her tenure with the team. What was going through your mind on the verge of the first ever ultimate golden point at Championship Weekend?
At 19 all, the first thing I told Jens, 20 all you're playing, get ready. So I know it could go down to 20 all. It was super close, and the thing with Kotomi and Sien is that Sien sometimes have problems with Kotomi's serve, sometimes not. So the golden game is a lot of small margins. So I still put her as a decent favorite in the golden game, but she lost 2 times in the singles against her. But I'm of course, anybody else would say that I don't want 20 all. Nobody wants 20 all. So Kotomi saved the day. So we really appreciate that.
21-19, a nice big win, comfortable win. Christian, congratulations on sneaking by. We look forward to seeing you and the Paddlers in tomorrow's championship match.
Yes, and that could be against Carolina or Chicago.
We shall see over the next few hours. Thanks, Christian.
Yeah, thank you.
I agree with him. I think Chicago's a big favorite, but we'll certainly find out what Carolina can do. The Gold Rush are the reigning champs, winning it all last year, beating Texas in the finals. About an hour away from the Gold Rush in the Wind. Love to get a final thought from each of you on what we just saw with the Paddlers prevailing by 2 in a thrilling Golden Game.
Yeah, I think defiance of expectation, not having effectively the top 3 players to be able to pull that out, extremely impressive stuff, and I think it really came down to team spirit. They were loud, they were ambitious, you could feel the adrenaline coming from their bench. Didn't really feel it from Princeton as much, and I think that was what made the biggest difference.
No, 100% agreement, and I think the experience starting at the top with Jens and then with Nikhil continuing the pressure, along with the free agent Carlos Hernandez, of course, ladies and Sid also did a great job, so congratulations to Portland. They live another round.
In the regular season, 92% of the matches had at least one 3-0 sweep. 83 of the 90 regular season matches had at least one 3-0 sweep. This was in the minority. This joins the matches where there were no 3-0 sweeps. Every single singles match in the doubles was 2-1. Portland won 3 of those 5 battles. They had an 8-7 lead, and they win the Golden Game, but not by much. Carlos Hernandez, where would they have been without his 5 Golden Game points? 1 against Benedek Ola. Nikhil Kumar was fantastic. He won 5 points in the Golden Game as well for the Paddlers, but it all came down to Katomi Yamoda, and she had the goods against Shin-Soo Chang to carry the Paddlers into the finals. Less than an hour from now, we'll be back with you for Carolina and Chicago. Our second semifinal is coming up. Stand by for Championship Countdown with Deanna Cohen and Luke Scotchy. For Matt Hetherington and Sean O'Neill, I'm Evan Leffler. Thanks for watching. Portland prevails.